Hello everyone, welcome to the Maker Show, and today we're going to make a Hello everyone, welcome to the Maker Show, and today fail. We're going to do this. So this is an OC question, which I don't usually do, but I'm running out of content, so let's do this Texas style. What's their worst habit? So we're going to do Maker. No Two-Face, no Fake Face, even though I'm pretty sure nobody knows who's Fake is, and no, it's Faker, you fucking dickhead. So we're doing Maker. What's their worst habit? Even though they get familiar stuff by licking or biting things, that is their worst habit so far. What would they react to randomly being stabbed? Act surprised, and then, like 2 seconds, he'll say, "Oh, what the hell? Man, who the hell stabbed me, boy?" Had they ever committed a crime? I'm not sure if this is a crime, but a fourth-dimensional being? Possibly? What would they do if they met you? So if this is regular Maker, he'll say, "Who are you?" And if this is like Maker without Two-Face, because remember, Two-Face is the embodiment of hatred, everything negative about Maker. So this is Maker without Two-Face. So he will be very happy and try to hug me and stuff. What's their biggest pet peeve? Two-Face. What do they wear to sleep? They don't wear anything. They're naked. Technically, they just don't wear clothes. Comment as your OC. No thanks. What's their favorite food? They can eat anything, but they don't have anything favorites. They just eat anything. Did they get easily angry? No. What do they hate the most? Two-Face. What's their biggest flaw? Let's see. Maker biggest flaw, huh? Without his negative emotions, anything toxic, it's not Maker. It's just a version of Maker of happiness. And he wants to be whole. So that is his flaw. I don't know. I don't make any flaws. I should really make flaws to make them more human. What's the dumbest thing they done? Split into two. Maker and Two-Face. What Pokemon will they be? I don't watch a whole lot of Pokemons, but I'm pretty sure there's one Pokemon where these little magma cubes things, no, they had like bolts, yellow bolts as a head and liquid white metal, and then when they form, they turn into this big guy. I'm pretty sure they will be that, but I don't know. What will you think? And that will be it. Let's go for more OC questions. So let's go. OC, yeah, there we go. If you had to fight your OC, will you win? No! That motherfucker can shape shit and shit. OC question. If your OC lore have a fandom, which one of your OC would they describe like this? Maker's dad. Your OC is stew scrumming and just saw Speed getting tased. How would they react? Shocked, normal, and happiness. If you also have a search history, what would the weirdest thing on it? What is a woman anatomy? What do they escape if they can't fight? If they can't fight, they just for Maker he can grow a jetpack on his back and then fly away. But he cannot fight. Yeah, they can't win a fight if someone have like the atom gun, which if you don't know what an atom gun is, it's basically a gun that erases any type of atoms, including Maker. So it's just he they run. OC question: if your OC was covered in blood, how would they react? Disgusted. What do they represent? Nothing. Send a picture of your OC and let people make head cannons. I'm pretty sure I sent one, but no, they did it. Is your OC crackable? Yes and no. No, because you had to be familiar with them, and yes, they can be cracked. Is it crackable? Crackable? Yes and no. Again, no, because they had to be familiar with you, and yes, they can be cracked. What's their full name? Maker Cassidy Muppet. What deadly sin would they represent? Pride. What part of their story? What? Had them tweaking like this? I don't make lore for them, so I can make something up. When they realize that the negative emotion is holding them back, so they just start splitting each other to parts until, oh wow, one embodiment of hatred, negative, pride, lust, anything that is corrugated of 7 deadly sins. 7 deadly sins. Wow. I should really get my tongue fixed. And one is just happy. Yeah. What do they smell like? A new pack of cigarettes. They don't smoke, they just smell like that. Or oil. Gasoline, actually, yeah. If they were teachers, what subject would they teach? Arts. What Undertale soul do they represent? Let me do some research real quick. Let's see. Undertale soul. So I'm pretty sure there's like 8. So divination, bravery, justice, might, kindness, precision. I don't know. I don't watch. Which layer of hell would they end up in? Regular. How many layers of hell are they? How many layers of hell are there? There's 9 circles. Regular and Happy Maker will be in a limbo. So yeah. How it feels to deliver and all see and remember where they start. Yes, I know when it started. It started with my me and my best friend Patrick tried to come up a name for the little goober of the plushie I have. And I'm pretty sure I came up with Maker, or he came up with Maker. Either way, that's how he started. How many shots can they take before they end up drunk? He cannot get drunk, but he can act, so infinitely. What happened to them after death? So if he got killed by the atom gun, there's two ways for Maker to be killed, which is plucking its brain out and being killed by an atom gun. One is for plugging the brain out. All the atoms Maker have start to spread out and going loosely control and start to like consume planets, the galaxy, universes, and possibly more universes because the atoms are very unstable to the point they start like making more atoms. So without its brain, it's just like going loosely control. And the one being killed by an atom gun disappear. No, first they got shot, and then later, if they did not like extract it, like cutting to the whole area of the atom gun that got shot, it turned into a black hole, and they consumed that victim, and then it disappeared. So that yeah. What did they react seeing themselves in the mirror? Whoa! Is that what really I look like? I look handsome. Will your OC be friends with other people's OCs? Yes.
Excuse me.
What? Who would circles around your OC's head? Two-Face. How would they react if someone yelling shit with them? Concerned. If you put your OC in a music studio, what type of beat are you getting from them? Backroom music. Is your OC good at hiding their attraction / crush? Very so, because yes. Actually, I got a reason. Yes, because they don't show that much emotions beside the front face of the emotions, like happiness and sadness. So their cheeks will not blush unless it did so. You know what? You asked me the question. I'm done. Okay. You're fat. Are you fat? What would they react if they wake up in the opposite gender? They don't have a gender, so nothing. Oh shit. What a start. What's a joke you made about them which you turned candid? Nothing. Actually no. Maker was a mistake. Not literally, but the OC itself was a mistake. So I have a whole joke basically for me that Maker was a mistake that God created. And then I later implanted into him. So technically they was a mistake. It's just the atoms just like that. Of all your OC, which one of them beat the biggest hear me out? Maker's mom, Maker's dad, Two-Face. I know there's some like sick freak that will be crazed by Two-Face. I don't make that a lot of OCs. Faker, possibly. I can see it why. But I don't know why. Yeah. How violent is your OC? Never been violent. They like it. They like it when they're not in violence. Two-Face though, chaos. What does their anger look like? Normal angry. For Two-Face, I don't know. How bad was their mental health when they were at their lowest? They were never at their lowest, but if they were at their lowest, start to control the whole planet, spread out, control the whole universe, spread out, control whole multiverses, keep on spreading, boom. No. Put your OC in. No. Where would they be if their deafening event didn't happen? The fuck is deafening event? I'm not answering that. What ability does your OC have? If not, what can your OC do? Maker can shapeshift and turn into different materials too. So if I have a sheet with different patterns, Maker 2 will also turn into that sheet. The only thing you can know that is Maker is by touching them. Because yes, they look like sheets, but they're not actual materials. You touch them, it feels like soft, gooey, and kind of oily material. So yeah. Explain their lore in one sentence. Adam got weird and make a thing. What's the most saddest thing your OC has said? I don't know. What's a surprising thing about them that nobody will expect? Do they believe in a god? If so, tell me about him. If not, why? They do not know what a religion is, nor planning to be, nor planning to know. Who's their favorite person / people? Maker love Thai Sabra. Yeah. What happened if someone called them a LARP? What? What will happen to your OC if they were switch places or be in a shoe of their caregiver / parent figure? Nothing happens. How will your OC react to say people misspelling or mispronouncing their name? Maker, possible. Maker, I mean, is there any possible way to misspell Maker? Maker? Meeker? I don't know. So, they don't really say anything. They know what they mean, they just don't want to correct them because they don't want to be seen as a meanie head. What horrible crime did they commit? If they were turned into a cute little animal, which animal would they be? Teacup-sized puppy. Will your OC kill someone? No. Was there a kind of line? Welcome to the Maker Show. If you ran off your OC trauma, how different would their story be? They don't have trauma. Unless if you count Two-Face and Maker splitting each other, then if they didn't, they will still be normal. A kid runs up and kicked them in the shin. What's their reaction? What the hell is this kid? Your OC find a baby on their front porch. What did they do? Eat him? They don't know how to take care of a baby. So they just pick up the baby and then let their body consume them. And boom, baby peek inside maker. Hooray. Who is their sun? Who is their moon? What the fuck does that mean? What would they wish if they have a wish willow? I don't know. They can basically be anything. Can they swim? Yes. They get slapped by the person they care about the most. How do they will react? Reasonable, understanding. Why? If they disappear with a trace, who will be the first one to know? It's Two-Face. If you don't know whose Two-Face personality is, Two-Face loves Maker, and Maker doesn't. So if one day, if they're both not together into a regular Maker, Two-Face will notice and cry about it? What would your OC look / act like without trauma? Unless you count the makeup is a trauma? Boom! If they had TikTok, what would their username be? Bottle in the cup. How would they react to being told to shut up? Just listen to commands. If they had a fandom, how would they people mischaracterize them? Maker being overly happy without Two-Face. What would make them snap? Nothing. They're just like that. They're chill. What's this? What's your OC? You seem pretty for someone who's... What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Does your OC get jealous easily? Two-Face, yes. Maker, no. What song would your OC hate even though it fits them perfectly? I don't know. I don't listen many songs. Faraday. Possibly Faraday though. The Faraday song. Hey, it's me. It's Faraday. No. Nah. Quote someone your OC once said. Besides anything of sexual harassment. Do they have any powers? Shapeshift and turn into any materials. What's their sexuality is? Bisexual. Would they scream for $20? No, they could make the money itself. If your OC was dying or is already dead, what would be their last words? The show must go on. Are they considered a good person after all? Possibly. What's their worst? I already done this. Self-question. Alright, this is about me. Would your theme have a freedom murder? No. Nope. What's the most beautiful thing you ever seen? You know when you're at a parking lot, like at a Walmart or something, and then you see the sun setting, and then you glance at the sun, and it's just orange. Very beautiful. What's the scariest thing you've been... Okay, apparently it's talking to me then. Wow. What's the scariest thing you've been at the hospital for? I don't know. I've never been in the hospital before. What would your OC react if you shot yourself? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Fairy reference? What? Oh, fairy reference. I do. Maker will say, why you do that? Oh, okay. Will you slap at... No. What was the first you think about when you see a letter A? Apple. Dude, this is okay. I'm done. Anyways, that's all for today. See you next time. Bye.